probably usually play at full forward, I would think, for them. So he is in the middle, and we're just about ready to start round 6 action here at Osborne Park, North Geelong and Anakie. It's going to be Angelkovic up against Purvis for the first bounce. Angelkovic goes up early, comes towards Camerotto, might get the first effective kick. He does. It's a torpedo punt towards Belair's at half forward. Is that a push in the back? No. Free kick coming, and Nemtus turns around, kicks it towards the right forward pocket. It's out of bounds, and it will be a boundary throw in. So a good start by Anakie, getting it out of the centre pretty quickly through their coach Paul Camerotto. And we'll have a boundary thrown in the right forward pocket, the northern end of the ground. Anakie kicking to in this first quarter. And it'll be Purvis and Angelkovic to do the ruck work. They've moved their way down there. It's going to be probably towards Purvis, who takes it out of the ruck contest. But Angelkovic does well, the big man, and picks it up. Gets a little left foot kick across centre half back. Now it's a foot race coming in at, well, is he going to be able to trap it? I think he is, and he can run away. And that looks like it might have been Hines, I think. It's out wide, and in fact it's Simon, Scotty Simon, and he has kicked it towards the left forward pocket. It's going to be a free kick, is it? Or out of bounds? I think it might be a boundary throw, and it is. So it's in the left forward pocket now for Anakie, attacking. And the boundary umpire throws it in. Angelkovic in front, Purvis from behind, gets it down to the front. Trotter's there, ripped off the footy, could have been a free kick, and is. And Clayton Trotter's going to take it about 45-degree angle, 35 metres out. Chance for Anakie's first goal.
Well, certainly, Laurie, Anakie have started on a very good note. They've attacked, and the ball hasn't been on the southern side of the centre, to which North Geelong are kicking.
They were able to get that ball out of the centre with Camerotto, who'll have a big bearing on around the middle today, Eric. And Purvis there jumped up at the centre and put a contest, and that's all you've got to do, and give those Bissett and Camerotto the chance to run the ball out.
So Trotter now. 35 metres out, 45-degree angle, comes in, and he's pushed it to the right, and it's going to stay out there. One behind, first score on the board to Clayton Trotter. And one behind the first score on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 2 minutes, and it might be the old man to kick it out. I think it is Daryl Jones with the footy at full-back. He's got Price fairly short. He elects to hold it up, though. Danny Ruck gives him a lead as well. He goes short now to Price in the left back pocket. He takes it and plays on, gives it back to Sydney, who runs from full-back. Goes to the right boot towards centre half back, looking for Angelkovic and Purvis. He's pushed out though, knocked away by Elzinger. Falls to the back. There's Bissett, kick around the corner. Great vision. Look at that to Trotter at centre half forward, standing alone. He plays on, goes to the left boot out wide, looking for and finding Johnson, who takes the mark. And just settling down at half forward. Russell Hearn standing the mark.
Great transfer of play there, just with vision, just look before you kick.
Looks $1 million, Daryl Bissett, doesn't he? Having lost the weight.
So Matthew Johnson at half forward, maybe too far out to score. He comes in off the long run up. It's a good kick off the boot. It hasn't quite got the distance. Oh, it has it. And Angelkovic went up early, but it's over the back. I think it's through. Great kick, Matthew Johnson, the first goal on the board. And Anakie 1-1-7. They lead North Geelong yet to score Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, and we've been playing 3 minutes.
So it's a fine start, Laurie, to the Anakie side. They, as you said, good transference of play, good vision in the middle, and so far they're leading all the attacks.
And that's the start Anakie need to have, Eric. They've got to maintain this now for 4 quarters and put pressure on North Geelong if they're going to try and win their first game for the season.
Right back in the middle, Purvis and Angelkovic ready to do it again. Both up and down before the ball. Purvis with a backhand got it forward to some degree. A wild handballs for the North Geelong side. And here come Anakie going. No, they can't get clear. Finally, Cummings. Little chip pass for North Geelong. Now a handball over the top to Elzinger. He drives to half forward for the North Geelong side. Ball, well, no one took it clearly there. Zitko overrun it. But Hearn, little handball to Gibbs. David, he drives into the full forward area now, Mark. Not taken by Priddle there, but follows on quickly and forces the ball toward the boundary and over a metre from the behind post. So deep in the attacking area now for North Geelong. I really didn't get a chance to get any feeling of wind out there, Laurie. Doesn't appear to be any with some trees on the other side.
No, I don't think there's any at all, Eric.
Ball comes in now, up high, and Angelkovic taps it down, but away from the goal area. Comes to Trotter again, left foot, comes wide to team player in Grinter, goes back down the centre corridor, over the head there of Baguja. Camerotto runs onto the ball, can't get there. Price picks it up, nice little handball to his teammate in Elzinger again. He goes to the full forward position, and that was Priddle, was it not? From behind, and probably a 50-metre penalty as well if the umpire's on the job. He's not. So he'll now, instead of being directly in front, he's half a metre out, but on the acutest of acute angles. Daryl Bissett as close as he's allowed to be there, and certainly the opportunity here for Priddle of North Geelong. Runs in there, comes out, hooks it, and hits the post. So a little unfortunate there for the North Geelong side, but now at 5 minutes into the first quarter, Victory Trophy scoreboard, North Geelong 1 behind, Anakie 1 goal 1.
It's going to be Bissett from full-back. Short little kick into the back pocket, and it's okay. Finds Cummins, plays on quickly with a right boot, goes towards Moore. Outside defensive 50, takes the mark right on the boundary line at half-back. Directs it back towards Cummins, so they haven't gathered much there. Just come inboard. He plays on, he's got Camerotto across at centre half-back. So he just takes the mark, settles. In front of Nathan Evans there. He plays on quickly, gives it to Cummins, who ran behind him. Got it again. Oh, they're mucking around with a little bit, but he goes short. He holds it up. It's okay. He finds his teammate Grinter. Still just outside defensive 50, goes to the middle. They've done that well because they've found Trotter. Unopposed in the middle, he goes. Now the lead's on from Nemtis at full forward. Great pick up on the run. Handball. Oh, it's going to be chopped off, but it hasn't been picked up. Johnson 2 in a couple of minutes, but he's just missed. And it's away to the near side for 1 behind. 1 goal 1, his personal tally. And they go to 1-2-8. Anakie, they lead North Geelong to 1 behind. And that is on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 6 minutes gone.
That was a good transition eventually, Laurie. They mucked around inside the defensive 50, but once they went through the corridor, they did it well.
Exactly. I think Matthew probably could have settled just momentarily, might have kicked that goal.
From the kick in, it's to back pocket, and I haven't got a number 10 in my book, so we'll have to check who that player is, but he plays on Angelkovic, drops the mark on centre wing, picked up for Anakie there by Simon. He drives it towards the forward pocket area. Jones overruns it. That number 10 it is for North Geelong, comes back on it very strongly, clears it across the ground to Price. Price on centre wing, picks up now. Left foot for North Geelong, drive to half forward. Oh, good reading of the ball there by Priddle. He's edged his opponent out. Now he's got a clear run to goal. He's had 1 bounce. He's inside 50. He goes bang on the right foot, and he doesn't miss those, Rory Priddle. And that's first goal of the day to the North Geelong side on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. 1-1-7. They trail Anakie 1-2-8, and that's 7 minutes into the first quarter, and that was just sensational, Laurie.
Terrific, Eric, and look, I think Roy were a bit of a handful there. If he's allowed to get up that ground a bit and run around and run back in towards the goal, and he was prepared to carry the footy there, and yeah, he was a bit stiff. He hasn't got 2 actually. I sometimes can't understand how that the umpires put them around so tight. He got that mark before, fair in the goal square, you know, and I just can't see the reason in that.
Michael Rowe is number 10, so he's not wearing 32. He's wearing 10 this afternoon, and he's just on the back end of the wing there.
He certainly looks a footballer.
He does. So we're back in the centre, and Djokovic up against Scotty Purvis. Now Djokovic goes up, he gets it down this time, and it's straight to Bissett. Bissett off 1 step, goes towards half forward. There's Rowe there, running back with a fly of the ball. Good mark, takes the grab. And
it's 118 points to 80.
So Michael Rowe from the half-back flank goes the right boot towards centre wing. Ruck has to get back there against Moore. It sits for Danny Ruck, okay. Handball man Djokovic, the big man, runs away. Look for a handball, then goes with a kick. Oh, great kick too. Towards Weiss, leading out from full forward. Great kick, the big man, the youngster, did well there, settled after looking for a handball. And we'll have Jamie Weiss lining up from 35 metres out directly in front.
There'll be plenty of celebration at Shell Stadium. Bellarine 18-9, 117 defeated Western Border 13-9, 87. So a very good 5-goal win.
So well done to the Bellarine Sharks there, beating the Western Border. And we're keeping you up to date throughout the afternoon with the GFL playing the Murray League at Shell Stadium, as well as Jamie Weiss comes in and puts it straight through the middle for North Geelong's second goal. His first, and they go to 2-1-13 now, the Magpies. They lead Anakie 1-2-8. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, and we've been playing 9 minutes.
Last 3 or 4 minutes, Laurie, North Geelong appear far more positive, certainly going into attack.
Yeah, and they're going in the right direction, Eric. I mean, that I think you ought to give Mark Angelkovic the credit for that goal. It was a beautiful passage of play. He followed the ball up and a beautiful kick, and you know, you can't ask for more than that. And where did he put the kick? Fair in the corridor, and that's what it's all about.
Yes, well, funnily enough, what have we had? 3 goals for the game, and essentially 2 of them have been from the corridor area, 1 to each side. Up in the middle once again. Now Djokovic gets up high, gets the tap down, only as far there as Bishop. He overruns the ball, but he's held without it, said the umpire. So Darryl Bishop of Anakie has the free kick in the centre square. Looks for an option. He's gone straight across the ground to centre wing. Trotter it is, takes the mark, plays on now, forced onto his left foot, and well, the ball I think landed right on the boundary line. So it's going to be a throw in by the boundary umpire, and it's just on centre wing. Slightly toward the attacking area for Anakie, Boundary umpire puts the ball in once again, and Djokovic in front. Doesn't get the tap down though. Purvis does better from behind. Ball forced to centre half forward for the Anakie side. Running onto it now is Belair's. He's well tackled. The ball comes back clear. Player, well, interesting. Looking for the free kick, wasn't there? Now it's Hearn for the North Geelong side. Look away handball that went astray. Good tackle there from the North Geelong side. Then there's a poor tackle there from the Anakie side.
And Troy Elsinger knew it was coming too, didn't he?
Yes, he sort of ducked the head a little bit, and the Craig Cummings it was for the Anakie side. Too high the tackle.
McCarthy from half-back goes towards the middle of the ground. Evans gives him a lead. He slips over the crucial stage. Comes towards Evans again, off the ground row. Good kick too to an open centre-half forward position. Coming out, Priddle and Weiss. Weiss should shepherd. He does. Priddle can't pick it up though. And running out of defence, Dabrowski. Short little handball, but Jesus under heavy men there. And then from Rowe, good kick. Oh, geez, he looks all right, Michael Rowe. From centre-half forward, he just turned around and popped it straight into the arms of Jamie Weiss, who gives it off to Rory Priddle, who kicks his second and kicks it into Swinburne Street quite easily.
And he's getting all he deserves, actually. When you're running down the ground, hold the ball under the nose of the fella following you, it's understandable 6 blokes will attack you after you kick the goal.
Well, they've always been renowned, North Geelong and Anakie, for some, they don't like each other, I don't think.
I don't think so. But I think that was just sheer provocation from Priddle on that occasion.
There was a little bit of arrogance in that, I think, wasn't there?
Absolutely, yes. So now we've got quite a hold-up while things get sorted out.
So second goal to Rory Priddle, third for the North Geelong side, and 11-point lead.
It could have easily been Jamie Weiss's second goal because a fine mark, and it was good work.
It's good to hear Dick supporting too, isn't it, down in front of us?
Yes, he's pretty quiet usually for football, isn't he? Just a progress score at the MCG. Hawthorn 3-3, Geelong 2 points.
Oh, here we go. We're off and running, aren't we? What did I say to you before the game, Laurie?
It's far too early yet. Far too early.
So the ball will be coming back in the middle once we get it from out in the street, where Rory Priddle kicked it. But just settling nicely there. Michael Rowe was a big instigator in that goal from half-back and then followed it down to centre-half forward. And a good play by the Yankee defence to start off with, but they just couldn't quite finish it off with getting the ball out of the defensive 50.
Well, the ball's coming in so quick. The way they're bringing North Geelong and bringing the ball, there's going to be a problem for Anakie all day, I think. And
well, there's very big raps on Rowe last week, his first game, and he's shown plenty already today.
Yep.
So ball back in the middle now. Purvis up against Angelkovic in the middle. Angelkovic goes early and gets it down, but Trotter has worked him out, I think, because he's gone straight to where the ball dropped and he gets a kick away towards half forward. Jones goes up. Great mark. Darryl Jones at half-back, marshalling the troops in defence these days, and I think it's a good move by the coach to put him there. I think Garrick likes it there. And Jones gets it wide to Cummings, who gets it over the top to McCarthy. It's all right. He takes the mark at half-back. Now he wants to switch it back towards Sydney, who's folded up. Reads the play well, Sid. Taking the mark. Oh, he was a little bit slow there, though. Hines came across to tackle him. Now it's off hands. Goes towards Jeff Belair's. And also in there was Lockwood. He's wrapped up, and it will be a ball up in between wing and half forward for Anakie. Thrown up now, and Djokovic goes early and gets it down wide towards Rowe, but chopping it off though is Grinter. Gets it further afield towards Gavin, who just doesn't sit for Phil Gavin. He can't keep it in. And it will be a boundary throw in at half forward.
I know you watch the game as close as I do. Young Angelkovic at the moment is just too predictable, Laurie, isn't he? He's going the same way every time.
And Jason picked it up there before. Clayton Trotter just sat in the right spot, just waited for the footy to come. He'll learn that though, Eric. I'm fairly impressed with him actually, and he's improved since the last game I saw him.
Ball back on centre wing, the old stages. Bissett to Camerotto, but well, unfortunately or fortunately for the North Geelong side, Camerotto lost possession. Hearn, the former Anakie player, is he not? Now coaching North Geelong?
He is, correct.
So the ball out of bounds, right in front of our broadcast position, true centre wing here at Osborne Park. Been playing 14 minutes in the first quarter, 3-1 North Geelong, 1-2 Anakie 8. Ball comes in. On that occasion, Bissett doing the ruck work, gets the ball down. Belair's can't get clear, tackled around very high on the blind side of the umpire. Now Hearn gets it, a little chip off the ground, but intercepted by Bissett. Goes towards the centre of the ground, and it's a lovely pass, well taken there in the centre by the Anakie player in Gavin. Phil Gavin, a little chip past, yes, very high. He's put his teammate under enormous pressure, and mark easily taken there by Lockwood for the North Geelong side. Now he plays on, handball to David Gibbs. He goes wide to centre wing. Who's out there? It's Zitko. Runs over the ball actually. Now 2 on 1, but luck's a fortune because a very poor tackle there by the Anakie side, and the freakie's going to come back to Zitko on centre wing. And that's one of the young players, Laurie, that's been very prominent this year for
Well, I've been watching the best players, and he's been in the best players quite regularly, Eric. And yeah, as we just spoke about before, it's good to see those young kids doing that.
So Zitko, we'll just have it on centre wing on the outer side. Sun's gone in here, so it's a bit overcast as Zitko goes towards centre half forward. Good kick for distance. Weiss from behind. In front, Costello pushed it away. Anakie with the numbers. Trotters there, needs some support. Got some. Bagija got it and goes towards half forward. Hines, though, outnumbered. Jones just stands his ground. Now he directs play back towards Lockwood, who plays on centre wing on the outer side. Short little kick to the big man. Takes it. Angelkovic does well. Now Mark Angelkovic in the middle. Goes to the left foot kick. The lead's on. Might be chopped off though. Scotty Simon just fills the hole and he takes the mark for Anakie. In between the fullback and halfback lines. Scotty Simon goes to the left boot out wide towards centre wing. Kicks it back towards Angelkovic, who goes up and takes the mark. Mark Angelkovic does well there. And we'll try and pump it back in. He goes to the right boot. Shows all the skills this time. Goes short to Elzinger. He's got Gibbs in support, but he elects to just hold it up. And look for something pretty crowded half-forward line. Now he goes wide towards Troy Rose. Good kick too for penetration and finds Rose. He's got it just inside the centre square at half-forward. Plum now with the right boot. Long towards Rowe. He's outnumbered. Bissett gets across there and stands his ground. Darryl Bissett, short little kick in towards Trotter. The umpire's being pedantic. And it will come back to Darryl Bissett.
They're flooding the back line, Anakie, Laurie, aren't they? But the unfortunate part, they're not running into the forward line.
That's right, Eric. Yep.
So Bissett has got it short and has found Nick Taylor at half-back. Half-back now for Taylor. He's going to switch play right across and go out towards Costello. He ran from full-back. Is it going to sit for him? It is. He goes now. And can he get around? He can. Priddle goes just outside 50, goes short towards Gavin. He might be able to pick it up. Rose is against him. He can't pick it up, though. Needs some support. Had some. Should be a free kick for a... There it is. And it's going to come back. It's going to be Hines with it at half-back on the outer side.
Hines of Anakie, yeah, with the ball and about to go into attack for the Anakie side, looking for options. And as we just said, the Anakie players don't seem to be running forward. Now he goes long to half forward. Good lead there from the full forward area by Nemptis, but he can't take the mark. Handball forward by the Anakie side. Well, not too much advantage because it's only found the boundary line. And it's approximately 50 metres from the behind post. So about where the 50-metre arc intercepts with the boundary. Boundary umpire with the ball. Playing 18 minutes into the first quarter. 3-1 North. Anakie 1-2. The ball comes in and here come North again. Well, this player loose on centre wing, but he isn't seen. Now it goes right across the ground to Rowe. Oh, great tackle. Rowe gets the ball. So it's forced out of bounds. Well, deliberately put out of bounds, said the umpire. And I think the Anakie player in Grinter might have conned the umpire just a little bit then. Quarter time AFL 3-3 Hawthorn 1-5 the Geelong side. So Geelong trailing there. The ball's come back from Grinter. The lead was, well, he's gone backwards probably by 15 metres. And Camerado, I suppose that's the way of getting a game next week, Jace.
Kick to the coach. Paul Camerado.
Well, he's usually a good long kick, so he's probably got every chance here.
He'll be kicking from about 50 out, 45-degree angle. And he's got that right knee heavily strapped, as he always does now, the banana. He comes in, he's just let it go a little bit, and it stays out there to the near side for one behind. So Paul Camerado's first score of the day. It's 1-3-9 now, Anakie. North Geelong 3-1-19. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 19 minutes in the first term.
Yes, and as always, for some reason out here at Osborne Park, the ball goes through the goals or behind it. Takes a long time to be recovered. It's been that way as long as I've ever played here, I think. Short
by Jones, into the pocket finds Elzinger. He just pops it over the top to Corey Lockwood. It's okay. He takes the mark on the practice wicket area here, and Corey just falls on the practice wickets too. They're probably a little bit slippery. He goes over the top to Elzinger. So they're just building something from half-back now. Elzinger plays on. He's got Rowe wide. Coming at him, Bissett. Simon's there as well. Bissett, good thump away. That's good defensive play. Costello will probably be happy to see it over the line. He is. And we'll have a boundary throw in right in front of the of our Geelong radio commentary box here on centre wing.
Laurie, any young person watching the game, Darryl Bissett spoil in was just the perfect out of position.
Fantastic. I just think to myself, some things never change, Eric, and he tries his heart out. His disposal's magnificent.
Trotter now in the middle. Elzinger tries to get a handball away to Ruck. Keeps going towards Hearn. Grinner's there as well. Costello just wants the line and finds it. And it will be a boundary thrown right in front of the North Geelong box now. So it's going to be Bissett and Ruck to go back and do the ruck work. Boundary throw in. Bissett gets it to the front of the pack. Evans is there. Handball back to Rowe. Good hands by Rowe. Gets the kick around the corner towards half forward. Rowe's in behind. Good punch away. Trotter at the front. Can't target. Bissett can. Must be getting leather poisoning, I think, Darryl Bissett. Cummings has got it. Handball inside towards Elzinger. Camerotto coming at him. He gets the kick away towards half forward. Great kick. Zitko sits there, takes the mark, and will line up for goal 40 metres out, directly in front.
He's been sitting there for about 15 minutes, Zitko.
Well, he went towards Price, who got a hold, and will take a free kick about 15 metres out, 45-degree angle. So good vision.
Obviously had something to say to the umpire because he got a 50-metre penalty.
So there you go. So he should put the goal on the board, Paul Price, who's seen his reserve side win today for North Geelong.
That was interesting, Laurie, because Zitko was sitting out the other side. He was in my line of vision, and there was just no one within 40 metres of him.
No, they're obviously not reading the papers, Eric. He gets in the best players, so you should have someone pretty close to him, shouldn't you?
Well, you know, you don't leave any player unattended, do you, in the game of footy? Because the clubs seem to switch play very, very readily and fairly comprehensively, and the Price, of course, has popped through the goal now.
So Price is first, the fourth for North Geelong. They go to 4-1-25. They lead Anakie 1-3-9 on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 21.5 minutes gone.
It's been probably a good 20 minutes for North Geelong now.
Exactly that, Eric. And look, you said it before. I think Anakie seem to have trouble when they want to go forward. They seem to be more content in picking up the players running into the North Geelong full line, and they're getting caught out and no one to put the ball forward.
Back in the centre, umpire puts the ball up. Purvis and Djokovic both up and down before the ball gets there. It was a chip forward by Price there. Coming clear with the ball as Begija for the Anakie side goes wide to the outer wing. In front there was his teammate in Cummins. Picked the ball up. North Geelong doing well in the clinches. Comes across there to Sakita. Sakita out wide to Gibbs. Gibbs dodges the tackle, comes back into the corridor to Elzinger, takes the mark, plays on quickly, goes across the ground. Rowett is running off half back, and I'll tell you what, he runs pretty hard. Well, played on quickly, almost got into trouble, but he got a handball clear. His teammate there in Evans, he drives the ball toward full forward. Well, pretty ordinary effort there. The ball's thrown away, and the umpire spot on to pick it up, and the free kick goes to the Anakie side. That was Nick Taylor took the free kick. He finds Camerotto at centre half back. He's also found a loose player on centre wing, and it's Begija. And Anakie with control of the ball on the outer wing here. Goes wider again. Player loose there is it was Hines, but unfortunately the kick not quite on the money that time, Laurie, and so far perhaps it's just those little skill errors that are maybe letting Anakie down.
There's a couple of skill errors, and they've been a bit overzealous with some of their tackling, which cost them dearly, particularly in North Geelong's forward line. Ball
back into play. Purvis got it down to the front row though, and North Geelong back towards the middle. Ruck up against Simon. Ruck holds his ground, can handball past. It's a good handball too to Elzinger, sets him up just outside the centre square, goes towards Weiss at full forward, or falling over at the crucial stage was Moore. Falls towards Priddle, usually pretty good in this situation. He's got Evans running past. Can he get the handball to him? Great tackle by Dabrowski. Evans is there, can give it back to Elzinger. Should have, handball back, and Grinter now at half back. Over the top towards Costello. In front of it, sits for him. He's away, but it doesn't. Ruck's there. He's got Jones running past. He goes further afield though, towards Gibbs. Well, poor kick off the boot towards centre half forward. Doesn't sit for Zitko. Moore has got it there and gets it away towards Cummins, who is standing at half back, and it will sit for him. He's got to wait for it 2 against 1. He's tackled. Rowe could be away here for North Geelong. He is, and gets around easily. Goes with one bounce. He's outside 50 still. He runs towards 50 now. Runs a long way. Goes long towards... Oh, great kick to Paul Price, who was running from the middle all the way. Great vision by Michael Rowe, and finds Paul Price.
Magnificent play by Rowe.
Drew the player, the balk. How often do you see that these days?
He kept his... One of the secrets of being a good footballer is to be able to keep you on your feet. And he kept on his feet and kept his balance and finished up with a magic kick right in the right spot.
Well, Price has run from the centre circle. He's run 60 metres to take the mark, so it's good vision. Price now, 15 metres out, directly in front. Comes in, on the left foot. The goal umpire hasn't moved, so Paul Price now has kicked his second goal for the quarter. And on the Victory Trophy scoreboard, 25 minutes gone first quarter, North Geelong 5-1-31, lead Anakie 1-3-9.
I've got to ask you the question, where's this boy Ray from?
North Shore.
North Shore.
Goes okay, Laurie.
That says it all.
No, but kicked 6 goals last week from the wing, and so he had a fair debut and has been...
I've got to tell you, he's still on the wing actually, and he's everywhere.
He probably could have taken another bounce and nearly had a pot shot for goal himself, couldn't he? So it was very unselfish.
Back in the middle, and Jelkovic and Purvis to do the ruck work for their respective sides. They both go up, and neither can get a really effective tap. Cummings is in there, can't take it away for North Geelong. Price is in there also. The umpire says it's mine again. We'll have a secondary bounce in the middle here at Osborne Park. So big pack around the ball. Umpire Booley with it, throws it up. And Jelkovic and Purvis. And Jelkovic gets it down to Elzinger, who roved it then. Couldn't take it with him, no. Belair's gets it ripped away by James Cumming. Goes back towards Cumming again, does well. Got legged. Price, handball, slicked to Elzinger. He tried to get the handball out to Rose. Couldn't do so. Goes towards Grinter. And Rose again. Goes in. Grinter holds it up. Had nobody in support though. Gibbs is there. Gets around. Does well. And drives it from centre wing long towards Weiss. And Moore in front as well. Got to the front well, Chris Moore. And will take the free kick for a hold. Got Bissett wide. So now he elects to go to the outer side towards centre wing. Craig Cummins gives him a lead. McCarthy next to him. Cummins stood his ground and can pick it up. Run away. He's got Costello in support. Short little kick over the top's okay. Sits for Mick Costello. He needs a bit of support running back. There's not much coming at him. 4 North Geelong players. That's about it. Or Cummins has ripped off the footy as well. And then a bit of strife now. They might turn it over here. The Magpies with the numbers. McCarthy's on the top. Try to get it back towards Russell Hearn. And pack develops on centre wing. Anakie probably did pretty well in the end to try to hold it up there. And it will be a ball up on centre wing on the outer side.
The numbers certainly with North Geelong there, Laurie. I thought they might get away with it, but Anakie did well to bottle it in.
Yeah, I don't know why Mick Costello went backwards, Eric. He should have ran forward, I think.
From the tap down, it came again to Trotter on the left foot, gets it forward. Camerado gets a handball. On centre wing, goes to half forward, and that's a beautiful pass on that occasion. And he's found Hines, his teammate. He's found somebody a lot wider, unfortunately, for the Anakie side. Is it Johnson, is it? He's gone right back to the centre circle. So, they've given away 40 metres in the last 2 kicks, the Anakie side, but the mark has been taken by Camerado in the middle of the ground. Paul Camerado, coach of the Anakie side, goes towards half forward in front, North Geelong. Always a big chance there. Sakita can't take the ball. He's flung off at Gibbs. Handball back to Jones. He's good enough to pick it up. Runs clear. Little chip pass has found, one player in amongst 4 Anakie players. And there was the umpire called play on for the life of me. I don't know, but Gibbs gets it to Elzinger. Takes a mark in the centre mudge patch and slips to ground. While he's still on the ground, gets a handball to James Cummings. Well, his chip pass is far too strong also, and a few mistakes coming in from both sides at the moment. And good work there by Ruck of North Geelong has forced the ball over off the boot of Scott Simon on that occasion. So it's out of bounds, just on the attacking side of centre wing for the Anakie side.
Bissett and Ruck in the contest. Gets it down, Elzinger to Rose. Great hands. Troy Rose runs away on centre wing. Kicks it wide towards Rowe. Good mark. Great mark at half forward in front of Grinter. And Michael Rose got it just outside 50. Priddle gives him a lead. So does Zitko. So does Hearn. He elects to just hold it up. Weiss gives him a lead. So does Hearn again. He's now going to go long with the right boot in towards the goal square. And working to the front. Good punch away by Dabrowski. Does he keep it in? No, he doesn't. He sees it through 4-1 behind to North Geelong. They go to 5-2-32, the Magpies. And Anakie 1-3-9. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 28.5 minutes gone.
The Anakie fullback in Westcombe, or fullback at the moment, plays on now. Kicks the ball wide to the centre wing. Anakie, they're not moving to the ball too well out there. The interception is by Evans of the North Geelong side. And, there's a little chip pass come back to Russell Hearn. Right on 50, much closer to the corridor, certainly, and a much better opportunity to score from there. So Russell Hearn will be kicking from 55. I'd suggest Laurie outside his range of
I would think so, Eric. Test him a bit.
He's seen the little chip. He's gone a little chip past to Cummins. Elzinger tries to pick up the crumbs. He can't do so. Ball comes to ground again. Good work by Ruck. Has kept the ball at centre half forward there. And certainly the efforts of the North Geelong forwards in endeavouring to keep the ball in the forward line gives them the chance again. Umpire with the ball. just inside 50, Ruck and Bissett. Bissett takes the ball out of that throw up there, kicks it on the right foot, doesn't get any distance, and great tackling there by the North Geelong side. Well, I thought the tackle probably spilled the ball clear there on that occasion, but the free kick has gone to the Westcombe of the Anakie side. Gets it over the centre. Jones of North Geelong, little handball back to Priddle. Another handball to Gibbs, back to Jones. They are not going anywhere, the North Geelong side, but all of a sudden there's the break because Sakita's wide on centre wing. Jones picked him up very, very quickly. Sakita now to centre half forward. Oh, Camerotto didn't take the mark, flew high. Ball comes to ground for the North Geelong side. They're at 50 again. Good defensive work there by Trotter of the Anakie side. Forces the ball, looking for the boundary. Belair's can't get it. The ball's been forced forward again. Well, it's still in play. North Geelong with the ball, but on that occasion, Zitko can't keep it in play, and it's forced over the boundary line between centre wing and half forward flank. 30 minutes gone first quarter, 5-2 North Geelong, Anakie 1-3.
About to throw in half forward, out of side for North Geelong now. Ruck and Bissett doing the work. Hearn from the side, good thump too towards James Cumming, running onto it at 50 on the boundary line. He's got Evans in board. Has he seen him? Well, he saw Rory Priddle, and they got it knocked away from him. Good defensive play. Bissett's there, and Anakie hold out for the quarter time siren that you can hear, and it is North Geelong at quarter time. 5-2-32. They lead Anakie 1-3-9, and for North Geelong, 2 goals each to Paul Price and Rory Priddle for North Geelong, single goal to Jamie Weiss, while Anakie's goal has been kicked by Matthew Johnson. But at quarter time, it's North Geelong 5-2-32. They lead Anakie 1-3-9. We'll take a break.